there's this one thing I typed once where I wrote that La Luz Del Mundo is in an abusive relationship with its father, with its spiritual father, with Nason, and the abusive relationship is that the dude is gaslighting you all the time, you know, through his ministers, through his churches, and through the sort of setup of everything. And what's
Mhm.
the abusive relationship? Well, like in terms of the arrest right now, is the dude is completely denying you information, telling you to deny yourself information, telling you that it's good to deny yourself information because you got to guard your soul, telling you that all those people that are trying to supposedly help you, you know, AJ sending you mail, AJ sending you emails, AJ's posting stuff on the stuff on YouTube, Julian speaking his stuff, just all that stuff. They're telling you that all this stuff is meant to that they're not trying to help you. They're trying to harm you. They're trying to keep you away from me. They're trying to keep you away from the glories of heaven that you're going to be promised. And hey man, just hang in there for me. Just hang in there for me. Keep uh don't mind the fact that I have all these lawyers. Keep don't mind the fact that Univision has this documentary out on me. Don't just all that crap, man. He's just gaslighting y'all. Like he's fucking abusing y'all. Like
Yeah.
he's just you know, he's straight up abusing y'all, making y'all feel bad for not giving money, giving you all these Bible verses for not giving money, giving whole sermons for because y'all won't give money. Uh, that bit about you saying where the pressure tactic come in where the minister was up at the podium just sort of giving names and like logging
Yeah.
down like, hey man, make your commitment right now, stand up and make the commitment. I have I think I've seen that. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. If not that, at the very least, a lot of people can report, including myself, that I've seen it where at some point there's like some sort of big donation after like a New Year's party, not a New Year's party, but a New Year's celebration or something. And I've seen lists in the back of the church, in the lobby, like right by the door, right where everyone or pretty much most people exit. There's a list of how much a particular family or a particular person gave, and I don't know if it was rank ordered or anything, but like, come on, bro, come on, you just come on, no, like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking ridiculous, man, ridiculous.
It's it's
And yeah, go on.
it's crazy how they've made like when I joined the church, bro, it was more like I thought it was like, like any other church, like serving God or whatever, things that you could imagine in a normal church.
Hmm.
But the longer you stay in this church, it slowly, and you don't see it in a way because they're so good at manipulating into like that serving God. But it's literally just a business. If you're either selling tamales, you're either doing flowers, you're either finding ways to find an event so you can go sell tacos or sell whatever, you know?
Hmm.
Every Sunday after every after Sunday school, um, there's groups, and every group has to like make their own they come up with their own food. We have to put in the money and then we have to sell the food, and then that food, that all that money that's been generated, it just goes back into their into their treasury or whatever. And then not only that, but every Sunday, there's like different groups. Like in our church we had like four different groups. And you know what's crazy is that all the groups will always be at war. Like we were like so into it that we wanted to like stand out next week to be better than the other group. Like we were like in competition. And
Yeah.
the minister would tell us, you guys should be in competition. He would hype us up. You guys should be in competition. If they did this, you guys should come out a better way to make it even better. And then he would
Hmm.
tell us, not in a mean way or that you hate your brother, but take that as a in a spiritual way to serve God better. Let that motivate you more to serve God better. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, this guy's just literally like he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Like you're literally just pumping us up to be a really good salesman to just make money. It's all a machine that generates money in any
Mhm.
way, in any way.
Yeah, you're out in California, and I grew up in Houston, and so Houston is pretty much one of the bigger churches in all of the United States. And like you
Yeah.
said that you guys had like four groups. We had several groups. I'm sure like more than a dozen. But and you know it went down to like holiness of a particular age, then like the older holiness, then Yeah, I don't know if he had too much. I don't remember hearing any like competitive talk like that, but I know for sure that the Hovenists, the males, the men, weren't assigned to sell food as often as other groups, like the older women or the elderly women that are unmarried. And I say that because these people, because you know, obviously our cooking sucked, and you know, we were just gonna make fucking like hot dogs and shit. But still, but like nevertheless, you know, it's hey, are you going to come over and participate with the sale of food? And they're just selling the food to you. Like how
Yeah,
different is the food being sold outside of church from the ofrenda that you're giving? Well, the ofrenda is like you're not getting any food, but like over
yeah,
here you get a hot dog or something. But still, it's just like go and give your tax over there. Come outside, hang out. You smell the food. Okay, give your tax here. And by the way, the person that is yeah the person that's making the food is obviously paying for it. They put in the
yeah.
labor, they gather all those funds, they send them over to the church. Another thing that in Houston, dude, when Antonio Gaona came over in like 2015, 16, 17, 18, somewhere there in those years, in those late to mid uh, teen years of the 2000s, this man like the festivales that we would have like amped up to like once a month. I don't remember how frequent they were prior, but at some point they became like once a month. How many people driving past the freeway on Highway 59 actually stopped to buy food? Some amount, a tiny a bit amount, but still, the point was that like the main clientele was other members, and this was just members hanging out with each other all day long on
Yeah.
a weekend, just selling food to each other. And
Yep.
last thing I'll say, at some point there was just a bunch of fucking raffles, bro. Like they were just like
Oh
they were just
yeah.
coming up with all these different ways, and if not raffles, then like fucking just little like party games, like where you I don't know, so someone sits up on a in like a one of those dunk things and one of those dunk tanks. Someone sits on a little chair, and then someone pays for balls to throw at something at a target, and then like the person falls in the water. And yeah, that's entertaining. I get that, but like they were just coming up with all these different ways to just fucking extract money out of y'all, and and that's just like local, you know. I don't. It goes on and on, but yeah,
I,
go on.
one thing that you remind me of was I remember one time the hermano, the minister, I think his name was Mario. It was he was there right before they sent Alondra Campos' brother. His
Hmm.
name was Mario, but anyways, one time he was so upset, bro, and it was after the Sunday school, and then this guy was just on fire, bro, and he's like, if you don't like the food that the brothers are serving you, he's like, go at least pay for your plate. You don't have to eat the food, but go pay for it, and then you can go and eat out if you want with your family, but you have to contribute to the blessings. And I was like, that was weird, bro. Like, how you just literally forcing us? Like, you literally just want the money,
Hmm.
you know? But for some reason, the La Luz del Mundo is so good at making the members feel like you have to, like it's part of your salvation, like whatever, you know, like it's just an obligation you have to, and it's like buying your way into heaven at that point. Also, now that you mentioned how they do raffles, over here in California, a few I don't know how many times a year, but I know for sure they always make this like big old like a it's like a celebration of I don't know what, but what it is in Redlands in the ranch
Hmm.
they make a bunch of food stands. All the churches in the area, right? Us, all LA and whatever, everyone from the area, people from up north, they all have to go, and if every church has to have a food stand, some type of stand. And dude, and this place is huge, right? And they have stands everywhere, dude. And they're all
Yeah,
from church, and all the members have to go there invited. It's like a super big, it looks like a flea market, right? And everybody's just
yeah,
going
yeah.
to stands, buying food. They have the raffles, they have everything. They're just, bro, like a massive, just money making, like a cell, like a she's huge, right? Um, and yeah, and it said it's ranch, bro. And think about it. Now that I think about it, I think that's like that's illegal to have all these like types of money generating puestos or whatever. Like I don't know, I'm not so
Hmm.
familiar with like getting taxed, like government and all that stuff, but like I wonder if like they report any of that money to the IRS or It's just crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy. And
they're not reporting that bullshit.
I remember
Uh-uh.
the on the last
They're not.
day, these guys come with the bag, right? And then just have to
Yeah.
drop all the money in there, bro. And that was it. And we have to come up with the money to put whatever we're gonna sell. Like that comes from the members, you know. It's just wild, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, so what you're describing, it sounds exactly like the festivales, except you guys are doing it in like a ranch. We literally had we had a big ass parking lot. So the Houston church is like right alongside Highway 59. I think it's Interstate 69, whatever, 59, 69.
Yeah,
Um, two different numbers for the same thing. But yeah, we had the church right there, and we have a big parking lot right next to it. My first, anyways, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, we would have the festivales right there. Anybody who's driving down this freeway can see it, and so maybe they get off and they're curious and they go in to buy food, but no, most of the clientele is a bunch of church members, and it's the different grupos that are selling to each
yeah,
other. And sometimes there's probably like a location elsewhere in Houston that comes over and has their own little thing. But yeah, they're just selling food to each other. They're not reporting that shit in like the taxes or anything for sure, because it's all cash. It's all cash. But
yeah.
then that aside, for sure we had health inspectors come over, and I remember at least one time where I saw a particular hermana or hermano who was there on duty to make sure that if the health inspector did come over, then then you monitor them, not monitor them, but like uh chaperone them around, be the guide around. And I
Yeah.
bring that up because yeah, that they were doing that. Cool, I wasn't getting sick from the food, but like, come on, these people are not fucking paying taxes with this. They're not reporting any of that crap. And then like, just apart from everything, bro, it's just straight up just extraction of your free labor, man. Dude,
Yeah.
so many like
Sad.
nice. It's a bunch of fantastic food. I love it, man. The pupusas went hard. The freaking
Oh yeah.
huaraches, all that stuff went so hard, so hard. These people are amazing. Um, but like they're just taking money out of y'all, man. And I feel bad because people's finances and people's way of life and all that stuff is kind of like none of my business. But it's a bunch of Mexican people that are just kind of just like wasting their day there, like helping the church. I get that, but like, man, yeah, you could be like going to like go actually make some money on your weekend day, or like spending it with your family apart from all this stuff.
I know.
um
I hated that. The
like
fact that
building something up like that, and just it's
you're there
terrible.
Monday through Friday, 3 times a day, every day, and then Sunday, you want to just kind of take the day, but you can't. You're there. It's like the main day. And
Hmm.
I know members like, okay, I get it. You want to serve God and you're loyal, but at some point, bro, you
Hmm.
kind of just want to have like your own space, and you can't, dude. Like they're there. You can't even leave town. You have to ask permission. Can I go to the next town? Can I go just go? It's just so weird. Now that I'm out, I see everything like. But anyways, I think I'm excited to like start the topic. We haven't even
Let me say two more things.
go for it.
When you were saying how they were trying to make people feel bad, like inside of the church, they were already talking about like the money that's going to be churning out outside, right? Like they would talk about
Oh yeah,
making you feel bad to go to.
they always compare us to other churches.
Hmm.
Like we're the this or we're that. I remember one time for baptisms, brother Jack Freeman, he went to this like big old place. I don't know where. I think it was up north and in California, and all the churches had like people getting baptized, and we didn't have no one, bro. And he was just there. And I remember he got back to the church, to the Sunday school, and all the members were just like they're pumped up, and he was like, we have so many baptisms, and all the church went wild, bro, like gloria cristo, and you know what he did? He was so mad, bro. He was like, shh, no, 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 like that's not what like he was like, no, 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 because we didn't have one person get baptized from our church, so no, no, we don't get to celebrate. And I was just like, what? Oh, this is weird. So I'm like, at one point, I was like, well, the brothers are happy because there's people going into this cult, but then
Hmm.
we shouldn't be happy because we didn't even get to be in the competition, or like we were just like not there. And that's because of course not, bro. You have us always just generating so much money that the brothers are exhausted. They don't have time to still go and walk and knock on. It's like like do you know, it's just what weird. Like you want us to, you have to really be full time 24/7 to really be able to fulfill all your duties in La Luz del Mundo. It's impossible. It's
Hmm.
impossible.
Hmm. Um, well, one another thing I was gonna say is that yeah, they make you feel bad. And I remember at one point, I remember hearing this once that like, hey, yeah, you should be eating the food outside because whatever, it generates money for the church and all that. But I heard
Yeah.
this phrase once. It was like, "Esa comida es hecha por manos santas." That food
Oh
is
my
made by holy
God.
hands. Like, it just tastes good, man. Just leave it at that. Like you don't gotta bring
Yeah.
in the nice old lady's hands and telling me that they're holy and all that crap, right? Because she's fucking serving me like diabetes on a plate, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Another thing I'll say is that like, uh, they'd also make you like if there was a festival, they'd make you. I'm pretty sure I've heard this in a sermon. They'd make you feel bad if you left church and you didn't eat there and you went to go to Olive Garden or something like that. Um, all that stuff. Oh,
Which is,
last thing I'll say about the festivals and all that. That's also a place where community happens. You're there hanging out with all the church members, and you're not there sitting down silent, all singing the same songs, all at the same tune or anything like that. There you're hanging out and estás conviviendo, you're living and you're sharing meals with all these people that you're in church with. I get that,
yeah.
there's value in that, but like, but still, man, like, just the grant, y'all can do that shit, y'all can do that for free. Like, yeah, y'all can do that, not for free, y'all can do that in a different context for y'all selves without having to have this church hovering over y'all, vacuuming the money out.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like
Now
some
now that
things
you
that I want to
mentioned,
say.
like they were so aggressive with members have wanting to go out and eat somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
But then when ministros come, when ministros visit, they find brothers to take them, the ministers, right? They'll find a brother.
Hmm.
They'll go and choose someone to go and take the ministers to go eat at a fine restaurant, bro. But yet we're not allowed to. It's just, it's stupid. That's so stupid. And I remember hermano Mario, yeah, Mario. I think Mario Gomez. He would tell the brothers, and don't take them to no McDonald's. Like take them to a really nice restaurant. And I was
Hmm.
just like, and we're not allowed to like go and eat nice places. Like you literally force us to stay here and eat this food, which is fine. I'm not. It's not that it's wrong, but it's wrong when you don't allow us to. Like, where's the free will? It's just stupid, bro. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. I think it's just
Bro,
ridiculous.
I'm glad we talked about this just because it's a thing, it's an aspect of it, and it's not an aspect for all the people in La Luz del Mundo because people go to particular churches that where like there's only 30 people, and that's not too much like extra church stuff can happen, in the way that it can with a bigger place, but
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That's a thing. I'm
just
glad we brought this up and we got into like money and these other little particular tactics that they have, for this stuff, bro. It's stupid, man. Like these people, come on, man. Like, just